Welcome back to Front Street Fights 14, Sehal vs. Jones, presented by bodybuilding.com, live here on Cable 1, Channel 72, and at youtube.com/Front Street Fights. And this Veterans Day weekend, we honor all those brave men and women who have served with us in the U.S. military throughout the years. And while we celebrate their bravery, courage, and heroism, we also must remember that many of them still need our help. And joining me right now, a man leading that charge, he is the founder of Ride for 22, Steve Exceen. Steve, let's start off. Why don't you tell people who have never heard Ride for 22, what is Ride for 22 all about?
So what Ride for 22 is about is we raise awareness for veteran suicide. Right now, it's something that we need to take control of. On an average, 20-plus veterans and one active service member dies by suicide each day. So we and myself and Doug and his wife, Debbie, we fight the war at home.
What was, I mean, obviously, you know, it's to help prevent and raise awareness for veteran suicide, but what really, got you guys to start for Ride for 22, and why the name Ride for 22?
So December of 2015, I lost a good friend and also a fellow Marine to suicide. Came back from his funeral, and I knew I needed to do something to raise awareness for veteran suicide. Myself and Doug over here, we ride. So we have motorcycles, and we thought a perfect name would be to ride in honor of these veterans. So what we do is we, every year at Harley-Davidson, every April, every third Saturday of April, we put a big ride on, and we ride for veterans that have died by suicide.
What are some of the other projects? Obviously, you say, the ride for you guys do once a year. What are some of the other events that you guys throughout the year, and what are some of the other projects you guys have working on?
So right now we got pretty grateful. We're teaming up with a local NASCAR driver, so we're actually trying to get in that demographic as well. Obviously, trying to work with you guys and get in here and help, because a lot of people don't know the statistics of suicide. And actually, in the state of Idaho, it's the second leading cause of death is suicide in general. So it's something that we need to come together as a family, because I think we're all family, right?
Yeah.
And help. Also, every June or July in Oregon, we put a big run on there. My mom and a couple people gather and do a big run there. We're looking at potentially doing another ride. So every 6 months, put a ride on. It just depends on logistics and stuff, right?
What are some ways people can get involved? What do you guys need help with? What do you guys want to look to do in the future? How can people assist Ride for 22?
So Ride for 22, we are actually a self-funded nonprofit. So right now it's funding. To do more, unfortunately, it does take money to do more. We're trying to get some grants out there to help fund Ride for 22. And right now we need as many volunteers as we can to help promote Ride for 22, especially with our big ride coming up in April. This year we had north of 400 riders. We're expecting about 600 riders coming up this coming April.
If people want to get involved with Ride for 22, if they want to learn more about Ride for 22, how can people contact you, Steve?
You can reach out to us at ridefor22@gmail.com. My cell phone number, which is 200-600.
Yeah, are we sure we want to give that one out?
No.
Okay.
It's all over the business cards, though. So.
Okay, what was that number again? I'm sorry.
It's so myself and Doug, you can reach out. It's our social media account is Ride for22 on Instagram, Facebook. Our email is ridefor22@gmail.com.
And you guys, I believe, have a website that you're working on.
We're working on a website right now. It's a task.
All right. Well, Steve, it's definitely a very noble thing that you're doing, and I know it's a cause near and dear to your heart, and I know a lot, means a lot for a lot of people here in the Treasure Valley. And of course, as you mentioned, you are a Marine, so we have to say happy birthday to Marines.
It's our birthday. Thank you.
Simplify, and thank you, sir, for everything you've done and everything you continue to do for the fighting
And one
forces.
last thing that we're starting to do right now is we're actually raffling off a Jeep to help our event next year. Tickets are only, our Jeep is right there. Yeah. Somebody took a picture of it. So
our Cable One crew is good like that.
Yeah, so we're actually raffling this Jeep off right here. So all funds that we do go back to veterans. We don't keep any. We want to get a service dog company in Idaho to give them a majority of the funds to get veteran service dogs, help families that have been affected by suicide, and also a veteran that already has a service dog be able to pay for their dog food, pay for their dog shots, to kind of get that burden, that financial burden away from them. We don't keep any of the funds. We give all of it back.
All right. Well, Steve, again, we appreciate everything you're doing, and we wish best of luck and best of success to Ride for 22. Again, if you want to help out Ride for 22, you want to learn more about what Steve has in plans, again, ridefor22@gmail.com.
Yes, sir.
And you can also find him Ride for 22 on Facebook. Steve, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks
we
for your
appreciate
time.
it.